Hey guys, it's Jo of SportsGrid, and it's time for a Puck It with Jo. Now, this is the last day of games before the All-Star break here, so we do have 3 on the slate. And be cautious with today's games. We saw yesterday those teams just did not come out to play. I do think there's a couple opportunities to make some money if these teams come out as I expect in this game. So we're going to talk about all 3 of them. Seeing your messages come in. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Let's make some freaking money. Yeah, let's hope for some more goals out there today. Okay, we're going to look at the Ottawa Senators versus the Detroit Red Wings. Now, I don't love the scheduling spot here for the Red Wings. They have been off since Saturday, and then they've got this one-off game. When we look at the Ottawa Senators, at least they played Monday night, and they played in OT versus the Preds. They were able to get the win. The Ottawa Senators, I think, come with enough in this game to be able to beat the Detroit Red Wings just with the scheduling spot. And then you also look at how these teams have played versus each other in the past. We did see the Sens get that last win in December, 5-1, but they've also won 8 of the last 10 meetings. So I think this is a really nice place for a team that has dominated versus the Red Wings. You're getting them coming in at minus 105. You have the Detroit Red Wings at minus 114, total of 6.5. Actually laying juice to the over 6.5 at minus 150. The under is coming in at plus 122. If we see the Red Wings come out like we saw teams last night, we could see this one being a lower scoring one, but I don't expect that. I still do expect enough out of this team offensively for us to go over. You guys know there's no way I'm touching the minus 150 to the over 6.5 though. But I do think you could look at Dylan Larkin in this one. Dylan Larkin has been so fantastically strong for the Red Wings being able to get those goals. He's coming off a game in which he was able to get 2 goals. The game before he didn't have one, and I think the last 3 before that we were able to see that goal out of him. So Dylan Larkin for the anytime goal is coming in at plus 245. I do like that here, and I like the Sens. I'm going to stay off that total just because I really am unsure what kind of effort. We know also the Ottawa Senators' biggest issue is keeping the puck out of the back of their net. And we also see that with the Red Wings. They are struggling on the defensive side of things. Alex Lyon, though, I really do trust in their goaltender. So this total, I really could see it going either way. And I can't get behind minus 150 to the over. But Senators, I think, can get this win. Okay. The next game, I think this game means the most to both of these teams. We have the LA Kings and the Nashville Predators matching up. Now, this one kicks off at 7:30 Eastern. Right now, the line's on FanDuel, minus 118 here for the LA Kings, minus 102 for the Nashville Predators, total of 5.5. Minus 140, sadly, to the over 5.5, because I do think that is the right way of this. If you're brave enough to take a game featuring these two teams to that under, which it could possibly go under at plus 114. There's so much value. I just don't know if I can get there. I lean for this one to go over that total. I look here at the LA Kings, and this is a desperate team looking for that win. They've lost their last 4 games. They're off the overtime loss to the St. Louis Blues on Sunday. They lost that one 4-3. This team out when they come out of the All-Star break, I do expect the LA Kings to be able to get things going again, but I can't trust them here. This is their last road game. I was toying with them and I was trying to work out a way. I think it's a desperate time for them to win. They absolutely need a win going into the All-Star break, but I don't think they'll be able to get it. I just really like what we see now in the Nashville Predators. And Saros is in net for them tonight. And Saros has been phenomenally strong versus the LA Kings in his career. He's 5-1-1 against them with a .925 save percentage and a 2.66 goals against average. So as long as Saros comes out like we have seen him, I do think it's a good spot to play on the Nashville Predators today. It is not the best scheduling spot for them either. They lost that they've lost their last 2 Monday in overtime versus the Ottawa Senators 4-3. And then we also see them home off a 3-game road trip. So this is normally a spot where I don't like playing on a team, but I do think the LA Kings, I can't see them winning this. I think this team needs so much work over the All-Star break to try to get something back together. If they win this tonight, it's going to be a miracle. I really do think that. So this one, give me the Preds at home. When I look at goal scorers, I love to look at Philip Forsberg, Ryan O'Reilly. You're getting more value. And Roman Josi here for the anytime assist has so much value as well. That's coming in at plus 100 for that assist. We've seen him over those last couple of games. He's been an absolute assist machine. There's been one or two in the last 10 that he was unable to get that assist, but in a lot of these games, he's had two. So in the last 9 games, he has had 10 assists. So at plus 100 for Roman Josi here, I want to say Josi. It's Josi. I always mispronounce his name. For that anytime assist, I do think it is a good one to go with, especially when you look, and this is why I'm leaning towards that total to the over. The LA Kings, their lack of defense and their inability to keep the puck out of the back of the net is at an all-time high. They've given up 18 goals in their last 4 games. This Nashville Predators team isn't known for being a team that fires a lot of goals in the back of the net. They're only averaging that 2.98, so not lighting up the lamp a whole lot, but they are a strong team when they come out to play. And I do think they can get probably 4 goals on David Reach today. I just don't have faith in the Kings right now, especially on the defensive side. And then the last game, when we look at the San Jose Sharks versus the Anaheim Ducks, there is no way here I can take the Anaheim Ducks at this price. They're coming in at minus 182. Can I have faith on them here on the puck line minus 1.5 at plus 138? No, I can't. They're not giving me enough value on the Anaheim Ducks. I look at the San Jose Sharks, and they do play tight games with the Ducks. If you want to take them plus 1.5, it's out of range that I'm comfortable laying with juice at minus 166. But I do think this is a 1-goal game. The only way I could bet this game would be to take the San Jose Sharks at the plus money on the money line at plus 150. Now I know this team is on the second night of a back-to-back. They are off a shutout win, 2-0 last night. I think this game probably stays under that total, which is crazy to say. The total of 5.5 plus 1. But I think we'll get a lot out of the Sharks team that we saw last night. And the Anaheim Ducks, another team in that bad scheduling spot. They have been off since Saturday. So I think this team is already on vacation mode pretty hard when they're coming off that win versus Minnesota. They won that 4-2 in Minnesota. So then they come home. They've been home Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And now they've got to go out and play another game. And then they're off for how many? I think it really does put the best advantage in the Sharks' hands in this game. And you guys know we lost the Sharks last night. I had the team total over 2.5. Should have had faith on that money line. We look at the goaltending here and we look at the defense. And I know you could look at this one going over because of what we've seen out of them, but I just don't trust these teams offensively enough to be able to get those goals to push us over the 5 pushes over the 5.5. This was 6.5. So that under 5.5, scary situation, but I do think it happens. And I would look at the Anaheim Ducks being the team that just are unable to score. But that is everything. Yeah, Ottawa is playing better right now, and they've dominated the Red Wings. So I do think it's a nice way to go. You could look at the draw there for the LA Kings and the Nashville Predators. If it's a draw, I think it's 1-1 going into overtime. So I like where you're going. Oh, the 3-2. It is another one that is good in the game under. And I do think that one stays under the total as long as Vegas does a better job. And that's my problem with looking at that total to the under. I lean over just because I don't trust, not Vegas, the LA Kings. I don't trust the LA Kings right now, what they're doing. In the last 4 games, giving up 18 goals, they allowed the St. Louis Blues to score 3. And this team is just, I don't know. The Preds, there's something about this Predators team, and I think they'll be able to get the high danger shots on David Reach tonight. So I'm not confident in that total either way. I lean over, but I could absolutely see it if it goes to overtime, being a 1-1 going to OT because the defenses actually come out to play. The LA Kings know that's the heart of their team, and I keep wanting to take this team and back this team, but they're not showing us what we all know and expect of them out there. It's got to be so frustrating for this team because they know that is the team that they have. This was like one of the number 1 defenses in the league. They're now allowing an average of 2.66 goals per game. Their kill at 28 or at 87%, 28 shots on goal. And they were at 26 just weeks ago. So I really do think we could see this go over if the Predators come out just flying on their home ice. Again, it's not a favorable spot for them. They played on Monday, so at least they don't have the extended rest that the Ducks have in this one and the Red Wings. But I do still think, even off that road trip for the Predators are the team that I trust in more with Saros in goal, and he's pivotal. If it wasn't Saros in goal, I'm not sure if I could get behind the Predators. I think the desperation of the Kings might be able to get something going out there on the ice, but with Saros in net tonight for the Predators, that is where I have faith. You look at Saros and his last 7 games, he's got a .922 save percentage with a 2.31 goals against average in the last 7, and he's dominated versus the LA Kings in his career. So versus the Kings in his career, he has a .925 save percentage and a 2.66 goals against average. So I do think this is one. Maybe the Kings team total to that under in case the Predators come out and push us to that over. Let me just look at that as we talk that one out there, because that's actually a bet that I would love to go put up if you get value, and we're not getting the value. The Kings team total is sitting at 3.5. If you believe the LA Kings will get 4 goals, which I can't see them all of a sudden turning around this team offensively, and with Saros playing so strong versus them, I just can't see it happening. There is plus money if you do believe it, plus 138 to the over 3.5. I lean to the under 3.5, and I can't lay minus 174. So hard situation there. The Predators team total, though, well, they're giving us 2.5. So either way, they're you got to look at totals for this game. Find them on your book. But the LA Kings team total over 2.5, I love, but I don't love the juice on FanDuel at minus 160. The under 2.5 is plus 126. And I'm not willing to take that with what the LA Kings are doing out there on the defensive side. But you guys, all the best in all of your bets. Shout out, Donald. Thank you for being here. And Gibson, yeah, it's, you look at that Sharks game, the Anaheim Ducks, I would expect that one to go over. Automatically, you look at the San Jose Sharks facing the Anaheim Ducks. Neither team has great goaltending. Well, I like Gibson a little bit more. Neither team has great defense. Let's just break it down on the defensive side. These defenses are struggling. They're allowing their opponents to score. But when we look at the offensive side of the puck for both of those teams, who am I trusting? Logan Couture, he really needs to step up. Hurdle's still questionable if he'll play in this game. And I do think Logan Couture finally gets on that scoreboard. I'm going to ride him again tonight. But it's asking a lot for these teams to go over that total of 5.5 with how their offenses have been performing. I just don't trust either offense here. You look at the San Jose Sharks averaging 2.08 goals per game, 25.5 shots on goal. Their power play only clicking at 16.7%. The Anaheim Ducks, 2.55 goals per game, 28.6 shots on goal, and 18.4% of the time that power play is converting. Their kills are not great on either side. We do have a stronger kill here for the Anaheim Ducks at 78.1%, 72.1% for the Sharks. So if the Sharks find themselves in the box a lot, can we see really the power play is only converting at 18.4% for the Ducks? I can't take this one to that over. I don't love the number of 5.5. I wish this was a 6.5. The books know from last night that these teams kind of shutting it down, ready for this break. And I think the biggest shutdown will be out of the Ducks in this one, especially with the Sharks playing last night, getting that win. We know this team is struggling on the season. Let's see just how many wins the San Jose Sharks have on the season. It's not pretty. You guys are sitting 14, 32, 0-4 on the season. Their road record is 5-19 on the road. So struggles here. But you look at the Anaheim Ducks, not a strong situation at home. So when we're getting plus 150 on the San Jose Sharks, that's where my money has to go. You look at the Anaheim Ducks, 7-17-1 at home this season. So why would I lay almost $2 on this team? They opened at minus 190. They're down to about minus 182. It's the Sharks or nothing. So you guys, all the best in all of your bets. Make sure you go over and check out the SportsGrid app for all of my content with everything. I am live on the grid this weekend, Saturday from 8 p.m. Eastern to midnight Eastern, and then Sunday from 4 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you check out those shows. Also, check out the app All of those shorts are over on there. You can follow me over there. And then join me on Sports Rage and Game Time Decisions for those guest spots. So you're right. The Sharks have absolutely been hot as of late. So it is a nice way to go with this one. Donald going with Ottawa to score first. Yeah, I don't mind Ottawa to score first in that game. The Sharks to the under and the under 3.5 for the Ducks. Nice parlay there for you, Donald. Lauren, thank you for joining us. And Matt, you are so very welcome. But you guys, that's the 3 games. I will see you. We're going to do something still over the All-Star break. Friday. Let's do a Puckett with Joe live on Friday, the same regular time. We'll go over some of these all-star props that you can bet. Actually, it starts on Friday, so join me tomorrow as we go over some of these all-star props. So Puckett with Joe will still be here. Turn on those notifications. We'll go over everything. Thursday and Friday, we'll go over the all-star game. Hopefully, we have those players listed. So all the best, you guys. Let's make some freaking money out there tonight. Bye.